Welcome back to the Pinterest Files, where we take crafts posted by your far more capable friends and relatives,
Mom,
and we do them for the first time,
unpracticed,
so you can see the things that went well
and avoid the things that went wrong.
That's right, and we're back. The rumors of our demise were greatly exaggerated. We're here, we're large, we're
And in charge.
I'm quite a bit larger than the last time, so thank you, Christmas.
I'm Charles in charge.
So today we're making some sort of sparkly disco ball. I'm not really sure what it is. I don't think it's a disco ball. She thinks it's a disco ball. So let us get our materials ready and we'll be right back. And we're back. And we've got all of our supplies ready. We have 50 9-ounce solo cups. These are the name brand Meyer cups. And we've got 2 staplers because we don't share well, and a string of LED lights. It's important that they're LED lights because if they're not, the whole thing will burn down and burn your house down and everything's bad. So if you're not sure whether you have LED lights or not, plug them in, let them run for an hour, turn them on and let them run for an hour, and if they're hot to the touch, then they are not LED lights. The first thing that you do is you want to drill a hole in the bottom of your cup. You can do a couple at a time. I have not done this yet, so I'm going to do one. And then you want to make sure that the hole that you drilled is the right size for your lights. And that one is a little bit, maybe.
It'll be snug.
Yeah.
Go one bigger, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. We're going to drill holes in all of the cups. You can do 3 or 4 at a time according to the instructions, and I might try that to see how it turns out.
Alright, so we had a little bit of an issue with the drill bit. We went through and the original drill bit we used was a little bit too small. So we had to go back through and kind of retool our hole there. And I know, it sounds awful. But we wanted to make it snug enough so that the light would fit through, but not so snug that it was going to bust the light. So now that we have our holes at a proper size,
We have to set out 12 cups. The bottom layer for both hemispheres is 12 cups. So you take your cups, and they suggest clipping them together, attaching them with something temporary before you staple them, but we're going to live on the edge and not do that.
oh, I got paper clips. Should we use paper clips?
No, we're good. We're good. So the bottom is 12 cups for this particular size. Somebody else has already done all the work for us. These staplers are going to be interesting. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to do our first ring.
Okay, so we got our first row of 12 going here, and it was pretty quick after you got a hang of it. You just had to fit your stapler in right. Hopefully they're going to join together in perfect harmony.
So if you have a stapler that has very little, plastic on the front.
Underbite.
Yeah, that you could use that, or if you had a staple, like an industrial stapler. If you don't, then I would suggest just using the hole punch method, which you should be able to find in the description of this video. And that might be a better option because they don't fit right if you staple them, part of the way up. Which is what we're seeing, a little bit of bowing, and I don't know how they're going to end up coming out. I'm sure they'll be beautiful. But so the next row, the bottom row is 12 on each hemisphere. The next row up is 9, and we're gonna
Missed one.
we're gonna get started on number 9. Oh, I cracked that cup. Oops. Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
We're back, and we've got our second ring. I actually messed mine up, and I have 8, but we're going to use mine as a place that you reach in to turn everything on and off, or however you're going to secure it. She has 9.
I had a real hard time getting the angle just right, so what he was doing, he kept kind of nestling it back in the original rung, so that way we could see if it was going to fit and if it was going to sit right. I'm thinking it might alleviate a little bit of problem if you staple here and here as you go around, but we didn't test out that way. So
yeah. I think that's what the paper clips or the clothespins are for. You can kind of get it all adjusted to the way you want it, and then you go through, and it's not a hassle of constantly having to set it in. So for the top row, we do 2 sets of cups. You just staple them together the same way you've done all the others. best staplers in the world. Get it.
They definitely leave something to be desired.
What'd you do?
Isn't that? That's not good. I'm really not good at the stapling portion of this activity.
You got 2 extras here. Alright.
Well, you took 2 of mine.
Look at that. Yours is great. Look, yours is perfect.
Thanks. Do it for these ones too.
We don't need those.
I thought you said I need 4.
You need 4 cups.
Yeah. So where's yours?
I'm leaving mine.
Oh, yours is
Yes.
not going to have a butt at all.
So,
It's buttless.
well, it has a butt. So then you just kind of wiggle them in there, and you get them in there, and staple them.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Want me to hold it down?
I got it.
Okay.
Hope this is right.
That one didn't hold.
No, we did that.
She can't
Get on
take
her,
the
get on
pressure.
her. Perfect. That is so not a dome. All right. So then you attach your 2 hemispheres together. You attach them. You go through, and wherever you have connection points, sometimes they will nest. Like if you can see these right here, sometimes they will nest, and sometimes they won't. From what I can tell, just because of it, that's the way the math works. So
It's like lovers. Sometimes they nest and sometimes they
it
don't.
doesn't make any sense. So we're going to staple these up, and we'll be back in just a minute.
See ya.
And we did that, and they came out okay. It's looking less like a sphere, but next we're gonna put the lights in, because I think it'll be a lot easier to get the lights in before we staple the whole thing closed. So we'll install our lights. All we're gonna do is push them through and try and kind of go in order since they're in a string. We got these online, but you can really get any. Oh, that's beautiful. So you can really get any sort of lights you want. And we will be back momentarily. And we're back, and we've got them all lit up, but we're not going to turn them on until the very end.
Grand reveal.
So the next thing to do is to staple them together, and I think this part is going to turn out great, because as you can see, they fit up just perfect. So you're supposed to have 2 hemispheres here. I think that we can shape it a little bit, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to feed him right through there.
Okay, so what started as methodical stapling turned into a whirlwind of just shoving the stapler into whatever area we could to get these cups together. Some got loose, some stayed secure, but it is time for the grand reveal.
That's right. So
we're gonna reveal it.
Right
Let us
now.
turn off the lights.
Right
Just
now.
a second.
All right. Yep, there it is. It's not so bad in the dark, I guess. But so you should be seeing a couple shots of the ball, and it, it's not great. Had we taken a little more care and maybe, clipped them and, actually followed instructions, it would probably look pretty good, but I don't think it's too bad from a distance. If you squint and you cover one eye, it's pretty nice. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye, thanks.